by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, guys.
Boy, some great young talent, Allie. Thanks for that. So here's Dallas's starting group. Finney-Smith plays the 4 with Wood at center. Doncic and Hardaway Jr. man the backcourt, and it's Bullock in at the 3 slot. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Barnes are the forwards. Van Vliet and Trent Jr. team up as the backcourt, and it's Siakam in at the center position. No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, B.A. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Barnes passes to Trent. Back to Barnes. Up and over Hardaway. And Barnes the bucket on the assist from Trent.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Outside Hardaway. Here's Doncic. Rejected by Siakam.
And the coaching staff, they love this. I mean, Siakam, he's engaged, aggressive, just getting after it on the defensive end. That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Here's Doncic. After the basket by Toronto. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Tell you what, early in the game, these kinds of plays can really set the tone.
And top-notch second units for both teams. That could be the difference in this game, Clark.
You know, depth is so important in this league. You know, everybody can play, but you have to have quality depth and teams that understand their respective roles within their group. So managing their stars' minutes is important, and that's part of what depth allows you to do. So you need guys that understand their roles and are ready to produce every game.
Now here's Doncic. No good with the triple.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Trent. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. There's a minute 54 left in the first quarter. And the basket by Wood.
Strong finish that time by Wood, going up and through the contest to put it in.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty. Yeah, and Christian Wood moving here to the Mavs over the summer. Now, the Mavs knew they wanted more size, so they sent a number of players in exchange, but they got a deadly weapon to help him this season. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
That's tipped. Doncic is doubled. Here's Bullock. Offline with a 3. The Raptors have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Pass to Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
He's just such a long and powerful player. I mean, once Siakam gets inside like this, he's ready to jam.
Outside Finney-Smith. Barnes comes with a double team. Clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Finney-Smith. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Good work from Finney-Smith down low, putting his size and reach to good use.
Trent, the pass to Van Vliet. Siakam outside. The 3-ball. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Down low. And Wood with the stuff.
Wood flying up to slam down the alley-oop emphatically.
Siakam with it. He's got 5. Lets the 3 fly. Finney-Smith pulls it in. Pass to Bullock. Lets it go from deep. He drops it from range. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Raptors leading by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen from the Raptors, what's your take so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Taking a look at the Mavericks. We've got Dwight Powell. He's out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. Basket counts.
Ooh, an aggressive move, takes it strong, and there's no help defensively.
And that replay showed how sensational that drive truly was.
Yeah, and in close games like this one, B.A., you need toughness. Guys who will run to the fight and get after it.
Pass to Ntilikina. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Dinwiddie.
Boy, it's good to see Ntilikina get going, especially from the mid-range area.
You know, there was a time years ago when the Mavericks were one of the NBA's shakiest teams. Now they're one of its proudest franchises.
Bertans checked in for Finney-Smith. The free throw is off from Porter. And you can attribute the Mavs' rise to stable ownership and some very savvy front office moves.
Yeah, so true, B.A. They've made some great decisions in the draft, for sure. They've been able to find cornerstone players and build solid rosters around them.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Mavericks this season trying to build a title contender around Luka Doncic, but not a lot of luxury tax wiggle room. Luka said, quote, "I trust them. Whatever move they make, I have great teammates and we're playing great basketball." Brian?
Well, no one wants to see Luka in the playoffs, Allie. Thanks for that. And out of bounds, Dallas will have it. Boucher's checked in for Birch. Kleba, he's checked in for the Mavericks. The Mavericks trailing. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Bertans. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Hey, we all know how lethal a shooter Davis Bertans is. I mean, he can knock it down from deep with the best of them. And he's doing all of this despite losing half a finger as a child. Sometimes those disabilities or differences can actually be the fuel for somebody refining their skill at a high level.
And some changes here for the Raptors. OG Anunoby comes in for Porter Jr. And Van Vliet is subbed in for Flynn. Hardaway's checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for Ntilikina. And he makes both free throws. Bertans lost half of that right ring finger in an accident when he was just 13 years old.
But you know, B.A., he never let it get in the way of his basketball dream. It's amazing that even after that event, that accident, he was able to become a long-range marksman. Remarkable.
Doncic passes to Dinwiddie. Left side, Bertans. Doncic outside. The 3. Knocks down the long J. Doncic has got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, Doncic showing you his competitiveness right there with the back-at-you 3. The revenge triple.
Boucher finds Anunoby. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Pass to Doncic. And a nice finish on the layup. Doncic has got 5 now.
That's just a fantastic decision from Doncic, seeing a chance to go to work inside and taking it.
The shot by Mikhailuk, no good. And there's Dinwiddie, that one's good. On the assist from Hardaway. Just 4 seconds left in the second quarter. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Raptors up by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here. With the first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. At one point, they were ahead by 8 points. They were slightly better in the second. Not a big difference between these two teams. And taking a and that'll do it for
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, without question, OG Anunoby displaying all his skills today.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Barnes and Siakam serve as the big men as they go small. Trent Jr. and Anunoby out on the wings. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. He's got 5. And the league saw a dramatic rise in the number of take fouls to stop the fast break. Clark, was the time right to make a change?
No doubt about it, B.A. Anything that slows down the game in an artificial manner needs to be eliminated from the game. So I think it was overdue, but the fact that they got to this point is good.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, guys, Pascal Siakam's play had dipped for a while after he got the big bag. He said, it was like, you got the max contract, but are you the guy? That's something I really struggled with. But there's still another level that I can get to, and I see myself as an all-star, and there's a lot more to unleash. Brian?
Yeah, just now entering his prime, Allie. Thank you.
And you look at the intangibles of Luka Doncic. He has some of the best court awareness in the league, and that shows up most with his passing and body control.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Here's Bullock. Let's go with a 3. They get it back. Finney-Smith. From down in the low post, it goes. Finney-Smith's got 6.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And the way Doncic can feel the defenders around him speaks to his great court sense, Grant.
No question. And the elite footwork he has makes the most of it. I mean, one of the best at shielding defenders with his body. It's really how he can navigate through a defense with ease.
Here's Siakam. The shot comes out. Some solid D from Wood. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Pass to Doncic. Now here's Hardaway. Anunoby covering. Now here's Finney-Smith. 6 points for him. 5 on the clock. Here's Bullock, guarded by Trent. Bullock's shot is off. Toronto has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Siakam for 3. Pure from three-point range. Siakam's got 5 points in the quarter.
The more Siakam uses the three-point shot, the more it helps his game. It makes him the all-around player he needs to be.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Finney-Smith. 20 feet out. Bullock. Good. Bullock's gotten his second bucket on the night. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Anunoby on the wing. There's the 3. Doesn't go for him. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Raptors leading by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. And here are the Raptors now. They lead by 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter. Manning the backcourt, it'll be Doncic and Dinwiddie. Dwight Powell out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's McGee in at the 5. Here's Doncic. And that one's good.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
And the way he's been able to protect the ball from the defense is really incredible. He makes it look so easy.
Here's Flynn. Good D by Doncic.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
And Powell with the stuff.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
Here's Achua. It's rebounded by Dallas. Dinwiddie passes to Doncic. A minute 39 left in the fourth quarter here. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. No good that time. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Here's Siakam. And the Raptors miss again.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Doncic on the wing. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Finney Smith. Yes, and a nice assist from Dinwiddie. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
Finney Smith, known as a utility guy, value utility guy, but I tell you what, he showed us there. He's ready and willing and able to make the big bucket, too.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
Well, you know, it's easy to understand why he's the choice given how well he shot the ball. I mean, just shooting an insane percentage really is what led him to this award. And it's because he was also actively looking to score. He was hunting his shots and was knocking them down.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He told them, quote, "It all comes down to the next few minutes. That's what will decide this game. So step up. This is your moment, not theirs." Inspiring words, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Anunoby, and it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
And he doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
Timeout on the floor. Mavericks. They're down by 2. There's 53 seconds left to play in the fourth. There's 53 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. 14 feet away. Dallas, no good that time either. Trying here to put the game out of reach.
And that's why it's important to play this one smart.
Here's Van Vliet. Finney Smith pulls it in.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And so he drops them both. And it's a 4-point ball game.
A productive trip to the line right there makes this a 2-possession game.
Time called here. The Mavericks decide to talk it over. They're losing by 4. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. "19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Siakam. Dinwiddie left side. For 3, Hardaway. Toronto grabs the miss. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
So the Raptors win it. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Hey there, I'm here with Pascal Siakam. The shots were falling for you tonight. How'd you like the flow offensively?
I like it. You know, we play for each other like we always do. Move the ball around, get the open shots. And today, they went in, so we got to continue to play.
It's helpful when it goes in. Thanks so much, Pascal.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.